The historic district in downtown Portsmouth is known for its natural beauty, deep American roots, and high-priced homes, and now a museum on Mechanic Street.
You're in the Museum of Dumb Guy Stuff. People have asked me, how did this get started? The answer is 200 years ago.
That's Clay Emery. He likes a good story and a good history lesson. He owns this house, and in it, the Museum of Dumb Guy Stuff, which he runs with his buddy Rod Hildebrand.
When I was working in my workshop, and then I started bringing my models down and putting them up on shelves, mostly for my own edification, it occurred to me maybe some people would like to come in and see, especially during the winter when it's slimy and cold outside. So I just hung a sign that said open workshop. Then I got a dog, let's see. Then you get a dog, then you go to the dog park, then you meet all kinds of wonderful people.
That was 3 years ago. Rod moved his train set in, and the rest is man cave / museum history.
It was a little bit sort of low-key at first. I mean, I came over to visit Clay. He wanted to show me what he was doing, and I was interested in it. And he had this table, and it just sort of happened. I think it's pretty clear Clay's been a collector all of his life, and he's also a model maker, and he's also, you know, a lot of things. So this is the perfect environment for it. And this street has so much foot traffic that it's just perfect.
Getting that foot traffic to step inside called for a little creative rebranding.
So I finally said, well, you know what this really is it's a Museum of Dumb Guy Stuff.
He meant it as a joke, and then I decided to go and run with it.
And he bought a flag, and he painted Museum of Dumb Guy Stuff. And since then, we've had as many as 12, 15, 20 people in here in a day.
From G.I. Joes to cowboys and Indians, there is a lot to take in.
People stop in because they think it's funny. People stop in because they think it's cool.
Some people stop in, stick their heads in, and then turn around and go. It's not, It doesn't interest them at all.
We had a young whippersnapper who came in and thought it was hysterical. What he was expecting.
Rod spends a few hours a day plugging away at this and that. The two are retired, or should I say, semi-retired.
No. I've been working on the house for 5 years, 5.5 years.
So the truth is, no one pays them for this. I always tell everybody we're retired, a couple retired guys, but no one's paying them.
They may not agree on everything, but they do agree that the model train is Rod's baby.
It's very zen. I like it. It's relaxing. It's nice to have in the background. This is an HO scale model railroad. Our year is 1959. All the buildings are 1950s. Cars and people are all 1950s, the best I can get.
The details are impressive, and the overall body of work has grown over time.
This was the original work table under here, and that ended up being covered up. And then I told Rod, you can have this table, and he said, okay. And then he said, if I had a little more room, I could, you know, make a train yard. So I said, okay. Then he said, if I had a little more room, I could do the edge of town. If I had a little more, he was going to make the boats hang over the edge. I said, no, you can't go past the edge. This is sacrosanct. But he did. Look, see, right there, covered bridge, sticks over the edge.
The models are Clay's domain.
These are actually called conversions. You take an existing action figure and you convert it to some other different figure. Now, this did not start as a Supergirl. This started as she was a lifeguard. So I converted her, and I took a Superman cape, made her a skirt, sculpted her hair longer, and you paint it and you have a Supergirl figure.
He's also responsible for the Western town, including a jail, a saloon with Barbie doll dancers, a store, and a few other familiar faces that have been given new roles here in the museum. Rod says every morning Clay has new ideas to share with him, and the two buddies work side by side, talking about, well, what do they talk about?
We usually talk about, you know, odd stuff.
We sure can't talk about politics. It's too depressing. All right, does that look like an explosion?
Yeah, sure does. Looks great.
They say they don't bicker, but they do tease.
Now, Clay always teases me because I make the rocks and I paint them by hand. And he says, you know, Rod, this is the Granite State. We've got rocks everywhere. But the reason I do is because when you attach the rocks to the molding, you need to make them fit, so you can just break them and make them fit.
Reactions to the collections vary, along with the pronunciation of the museum's name.
Some people read it as a dumb guy's stuff, and some people read it as a dumb guy stuff.
Depends on your gender.
And the reason it's not clear is because I did not put the hyphen between guy and stuff. And when I was going to do that, Clay said, no, let them figure it out for themselves.
But we had a 10-year-old boy come in, and he looked around and he went, this is not dumb stuff. This is awesome stuff. See, so we're totally vindicated.
The museum doesn't have a website or a Facebook page, no Instagram or Snapchat. But if the flag is out when you stop by, Clay and Rod are always happy to engage you in an old-fashioned chat and show you around the place.
These are the Japanese imperial forces that they were up against in World War II. An important point is that we encourage people to bring their hobbies with them. And to come on down and show us the stuff you've got, or what often happens is people stop by, they drop stuff off, and they leave.
Every time someone comes in here that Clay sort of picks up on that they might be interested in doing stuff with us, he's trying to recruit them. And in 3 years, we haven't recruited anybody.
Although the real estate may be limited in size, the potential for growth at the Museum of Dumb Guy Stuff is endless.
I tell everybody that I've been working on this for 2.5 years, but it's really not going to ever be finished. It's just the way it is.
Take care.